What's up, guys? Today we're here with a quick tip on how to maintain the seals properly on your Z. Now, if you have a Z, you know it's about 35 years old, give or take at this point, and the seals, the T-tops, they kind of leak a lot. The door seals kind of like to leak a lot, and the trunk is, on mine at least, is having a pretty hard time. You may be able to see it's kind of torn up back here. It's got some holes in it. It's not really doing too great, but that is going to be at least prevented from further damage by what we're going to do today, and that is applying some Honda Shin-Etsu Grease. So if you don't know, this is the Honda Shin-Etsu Grease. Let me see if I can get you the part number for it. Alright, so here is our Honda grease, and this is really good stuff for any kind of weather seal and T-top work. It's really built for, greasing things up so you don't get squeaks as you go down the road, but it also is kind of like a revitalizer for your T-top seals, or actually for any weather stripping seal. It's kind of like a lotion basically. You put it on, you kind of wait a little bit, and it kind of gets absorbed, and it really helps bring the elasticity back to your seals. So we're going to go ahead and put these in the Z. So you can see I've kind of got everything out already. I have my T-tops off, I have my doors open, and I also have my trunk open. And what I've gone ahead and done is I took just a little water bottle like this, and I put some water and some Dawn dish detergent in it, and that is a really good degreaser. And what I went ahead and did is just cleaned off all of the seals right here, all up along here, all around, all the way down the side of the door, along the entirety of the hatch, and then on the T-tops themselves. And what this is going to do is it's going to take any dirt and dust off of it, so when we do put on the silicone grease, it's going to be able to grip and absorb correctly into it and not cause any wear. I forgot, I'm going to go ahead and do the surround of the doors as well, because we're going to go ahead and put some grease on there. These ones aren't too bad, they usually don't get too much sunlight and heat, so they're not terrible. But it's better to do everything than not at all. Alright, so the process of applying the Shin-Etsu Grease is basically just to get a glove. You could use a paper towel if you wanted, just one of those blue shop towels. It would probably work fine. You just kind of lose a little bit to the towel itself. And we're just going to put this on, and we're going to just massage all of these seals pretty much as we can with the Shin-Etsu Grease. Now, a little bit does go a long way. We don't have to put heaps of it on, but we're just going to go ahead and get all of these seals nice and lubed up. And we're going to wait for a little bit because this is a frameless door. We don't want the grease getting on our door yet, at least. So we're going to go ahead and give it a few minutes to kind of like soak in and absorb the best it can. And then we'll go ahead and close everything up and kind of leave it for the night. This is kind of recommended to do between 1 and 2 times a year. It kind of really depends on where you live. I'm in New Mexico, so obviously I'm going to go ahead and do this a little bit more often to keep my seals nice and healthy, or as healthy as they currently are, from degrading anymore, because I do live in a very high temperature environment. But if you lived in somewhere kind of like Washington, Oregon, where you got more rain in a year, you probably don't have to do this quite as often. But I'm going to go ahead and just do it probably twice a year just to make sure everything is good. So I'm going to go ahead and put that glove on and get this all lubed up, and we'll see how it comes out. Alright guys, well I just went ahead and did all of the seals with the Shin-Etsu Grease. It probably took me roughly 10 minutes to do them all. It really wasn't too bad. If we come over here, I don't know if you guys can see all that well. There is kind of like this white kind of paste on it. The Shin-Etsu Grease is white, and I think in the places where I have too much, it turns white as well. Otherwise, it's a very nice, dark, kind of glossy black shine. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this. I'm going to let it sit for, 20 minutes or so. I'm going to have lunch, and then I'm going to come back out, and then if there's anything left over, like these really big chunks right here, I'm probably going to wipe it off with a little bit of a cloth, but not like super hard. I still want to leave a layer on, but then I think it'll be all good. I probably only used maybe a fifth at maximum of the tube, so I think I have plenty in there for multiple just additions to this. So I think it will be a really good long-term investment as well. I think it was only $10 for the tube or something like that. I got mine on Amazon. But other than that, guys, I am super happy. As always, if you're watching this in the future, currently it's 2021 in October. Well, maybe you guys are going to see this in November. I don't know when this video is coming out. But the point is, if you guys are watching this in the future, definitely check the description. And if I have any updates like, hey, this kind of worked, this kind of didn't work, I will definitely leave a comment down there. But if you don't hear anything, no news is good news, because that means that it is working, I'm happy, and I haven't had any issues with it. The next time I go ahead and put another coat on, probably in 6 months or whatever, maybe before the summer, next summer, I might go ahead and make either an update video or just add an addition to this post. But overall, I am extremely happy. It was actually really satisfying to put on. I don't know if you guys have looked really hard at your weather stripping, you may notice that there are lots of tiny little, like, not holes, but divots, kind of places where it's been eaten away, where just pieces have flecked off. And this really filled it in, made it really nice and smooth. So it actually was pretty satisfying. And I think that is also going to help it retain the Shin-Etsu Grease a lot longer. So overall, guys, I'm super happy with this. I think I'll drop a link in the description to the Shin-Etsu Grease that I got on Amazon. And if you guys have any questions or comments about this, definitely drop a comment down below, and I will see you guys later.